What is the most important thing a teacher can have in their classroom? I'm going to tell you in just a second. The number one most important thing you can have in your classroom is consistency. And I'm going to tell you 4 places that consistency needs to take place. The number one is you need to be consistent with your routines and procedures. Don't change them up on the students over and over every day, every week, every month. Be consistent with those routines and procedures. Students will never tell you this, but students thrive and like order and predictability to some degree in a classroom. So make sure your procedures and routines are there in place and you stick to them consistently. Number 2, be consistent with your passion. My passion is watching people grow. I love watching people grow. It's one of the reasons I'm a 9th grade teacher. All the growth I see in an individual in that 1 year is amazing. My students know that's why I enjoy being a teacher. They know that is a passion of mine. And when I see them grow, I point it out. When I see growth and how they deal with problems, how they respond to correction, how they write, all of these things, I point out to them and say, man, you are really growing. You have grown so much. You remember when you first started, how you used to behave, how you used to react to my correction? Look at what you just did. That is amazing. Point it out. Let them know what your passion is, what you're passionate about when it comes to teaching, and let them know when your passion is being used. Let them know when that is the whole reason that you're there. Now, be consistent with it. So you're going to be consistent with your routines and procedures. Be consistent with your passion. Be consistent with your work ethic. Students need to see that you will do what needs to be done. No, they need to see that you will do what needs to be done no matter how much you like or dislike it. I'm very careful about what I complain about in front of my students. However, they know that all of work is not fun. There's a reason that it's called work, because jobs have things that make them work. I love what I do, but there are things that are not my favorite, but I do them anyway. And my students know this. They know that I do those things anyway. And so be consistent with your work ethic. And finally, be consistent with your expectations. Your expectations for your students, your expectations for your colleagues, and most importantly, be consistent with your expectations for yourself. And let your students know that you expect things of yourself as well. Allow them to see that aspect of your life. Those are the areas that are most beneficial when consistency comes into play, but consistency across the board is key. It is the most important thing you can do in your classroom, and that is be consistent. I enjoy learning with you, I enjoy teaching with you, and together we can take over the world.